What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Steeler and Short-Fuse. So, pretty cool two-pack. We're going to have some more OG Joes. We got them here in this carbon fiber packaging. Got that clear window where you can see the different accessories for each of them. Turn to the side, you can see a little shot of both of them. 181. Got them on the back with some pretty cool stuff going on. Got that mortar, and they look pretty good back there. Gonna have some blast effects in there. Let's get them open and check them out. All right, so we got Steeler and Short-Fuse outside of the packaging, and they look pretty cool. I'm pretty pumped to get them. You know, as far as like trying to get the like OG Joes, completed. I think we need like two more, and we'll have those original 13, and we'll say 14 if we include Shooter, right? So, but the Shooter that we did get was like Night Force, also, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember that. I think she is Night Force. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be cool getting those 13. We're almost there. Feels really close, and it's really cool to get these guys. And they are in a two-pack. I think they've been sold in like two packs in the 3 3/4 before. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're usually sold like mostly together. I won't say mostly. I don't know that, but I think they have been in two packs together before. Really cool to get these guys, and they do look pretty cool. Definitely can't wait to take a look at them. We'll get them to the side. We're going to start with Steeler, um, our tank commander. So pretty cool to get a little tank commander in there. I do have that Ramen Tank, so it's going to be pretty awesome to get him inside of there, since we don't have a tank from the Joes yet. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. But accessory wise, we got a bunch of blast effects that were in that pack. So we got smoke effects. Try to zoom in on that. We've got the little blast here, different levels, fading from orange to that yellow. Wider spread blast. We've got this one here. Different ones. Little rapid fire. Cool little blast effect there to add on the end of something. Another one. So yeah, a bunch that we've seen before. We've seen them all before. And to be honest, I couldn't care less that they were in this set. I wish we wouldn't have got it. Let's see. I wish we got something else instead. I'll get to that in a second. So we got his pistol. Looks really cool. Not bad. We've got this little Uzi. Really nice sculpt there. Wish I had a little bit of dry brushing. Got that little suppressor there. You can slide that onto your pistol. So multi-use there. Really cool, but I'll leave it on the little Uzi for now. And then we got a little knife. Black handle, nice silver blade. This shovel was in the middle. I'm not sure who that's really going with. I'll just show that. Nice silver, nice sculpt. It looks really good. Black handle. For Steeler, we've got his helmet. So, green helmet. We got that black little visor with a smoke clear plastic. Looks really cool. Got your little mic there. Nice green on it. Different shades of green around the ears, around the ear section. And then the main helmet. And the black. So, pretty cool. That's it for Steeler stuff. And then we've got, I guess I can go through the other accessories, right? So for Short-Fuse, we've got his helmet, a darker green with the brown, light green, little mic, clear visor. Actually, I'll save that for a little bit in a second. So looking at Steeler, he looks pretty cool. I do like the sculpt on him. He does look different. Got the hair sculpt, nice face sculpt. Got the green suit, zippers. You can see the undershirt, elbow pads, little harness here. So it's all one piece that even goes down to the thigh holster. That's pretty interesting. Little silver, little eclipse. It's a weird design here. Is this the first time we've seen this? I feel like I don't really remember this one. So it's probably not used that often. Nice little folds, texturing in the suit, the boots. And that is it for our Steeler look wise. For articulation, it looks like a ball peg. So head, it's going to go down about that far. Look up about that far. So down, up, down, up. Not much at all. Joint at the base of the neck, though. A little bit more. Goes back, goes forward, just a little bit more. A little roll to the side. Butterfly joint works pretty good. T-pose. Upper bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Then you get your rotation and hinge in the wrist. Ab crunch. Looks pretty low. Like his torso looks pretty long. We're going to go back about that far. Pretty far. Goes forward. Like goes forward. Not too far. The sculpt is what stops it here. So after that, it actually hits there. Now you do get a ball waist, so you can move it forward just a little bit more, but not very much. At least I'm not getting much out of it. You get more going backwards. Drop down legs, but the legs go forward really far. Pass neutral. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Upper boot cut. Hinge, pivot, and ankle. And that is it for his articulation. All right, so here is our Steeler. And he looks awesome. And one thing is, we got everything on him. So he had a bigger holster on the left side for the submachine gun. On the right, he had a little sheath for his knife and then a little slot here for the suppressor. His chest had a holster for the pistol. And he's wearing the helmet. And that's everything. Looks really good. Like how you can see through there. Like, man, that's awesome. Mike is trying to go towards the nose a little bit, but I'm pretty sure you can warm that up and fix that. It's like no big deal. This holster is rotating here on the harness, which is actually kind of nice. Everybody wears theirs differently. So pretty cool. Probably wear mine down so not flagging anybody, but yeah, really cool. There we go. See, it's got the mic in the right spot. No big deal. And the eyes are like really nicely done. Check that out. Like, dang, that's really good. So yeah, I mean, he looks really cool. It's a different type of look, but I mean, I really like it for being like very simple, just the green and black, you know? Something about it. Then we get let's see, double trigger fingers. This is what I didn't care for, that I was mentioning earlier when I was going through the accessories and talking about the blast effects. Is I wish he came with something else instead of those blast effects. I don't really care for the blast effects like that. We've gotten them before, and they just seem like they were there to take up space. When if I had my choice, I would have preferred another head sculpt, maybe with an expression or other hands. All he's got is the trigger finger hands. It would have been cool with some other hands to give signals. Since he is going to be our tank commander, he's probably going to be poking out the hatch, and it would have been cool for him kind of doing that. Of course, he could speak it into his mic. He's talking to anybody, but still, it would have been nicer than these blast effects that I'm probably never gonna use. I mean, this Uzi doesn't have a port there on the end, so you're pretty much going to have to use it on the suppressor. Which I guess technically you can use this suppressor on most pistols if they have the extended piece. But the little end that will plug in there. But yeah, I mean, not bad. It looks cool. That one maybe, but I don't think I'm going to use any of the rest of them. Or if I needed them, I could have used it from some of the other sets that I have that we've gotten from before. So I don't. If I had my choice, it would have been for more hands or a head sculpt over those. That's the only down for me. Other than that, I think he looks awesome. Now let's check out our Short-Fuze. So checking out our Short-Fuze, he looks pretty cool. I like the while Steeler had just mostly green and black, you got the green, the black, and the brown, a little bit of silver, but you had 3 colors to kind of break it up. And I like that. Maybe even 4. So you had a lighter green, a darker green, a brown, the black. So yeah, like 4, and I think it looks breaks it up a lot more, and I like that. But I do think that he looks pretty cool. We'll check out some of these accessories, just like we did with Steeler. So you've got the helmet. We've seen this helmet style before. But then you've got this little drop down clear visor. This is a little warped from being in the package, but it'll loosen up over time. You've got the pack on the back of the helmet. I do like that. Brown. You got the different greens. The sculpt looks good. Those wires, the ear pros, pretty cool. Not bad. Again, we had that shovel from earlier. So we've got this little sled here. This little pack, rather. So this is going to, go on his back and hold some of these accessories. So we've got a knife, silver blade, different handle than our Steeler. I'll throw that in his boot right there. We've got this nice pistol. Got the little wrap around the handle. A little dry brush would have been nice. You got that nice wrap right there. You can plug in some blast effects in there. You've got this little submachine gun here. I think that, yep, mag does drop out. I do like that one. It's not terrible. Looks pretty good. We've got a longer rifle. I do like this one also with the wraps on it. If I remember right, mag does drop out of there. Then we get some of the cool stuff here. So we get this piece here. We're just going to plug that into the bottom of our mortar. This piece does adjust for your angles. Really cool. Could have used a little bit more dry brushing on this thing, especially this thing. Let's bring this out. It's a pretty unique accessory. Let's give it some love, And then you get a mortar round. Could have used a little something on there also. It's a little soft, kind of flexible bending. Guess it could drop all the way. Nope. There we go. There is something in there that stops it from going all the way down so that you don't lose that in there. Like it's not grabbable anymore. Keeps it grabbable, which is nice. And I believe all of this is going to connect onto here so that he can hold it and walk around with it. I'll get that on there just a little bit better here in a second. One accessory for Short-Fuze that you don't want to miss or lose is his glasses. So you got this really nice shape, you got the really nice lens, and it's really small. But I mean, I think they nailed it. The shape of it looks really good. We have him. We'll throw those on. And they sit on his face like really good. Pretty nice. Whenever we get these glasses and stuff, I get really worried that I'm going to lose them, that sort of thing. So if I don't have to, sometimes I tend not to use them. But or I want to put like sometimes I'll put like a little tiny dab of glue on the end. Not nothing like super glue or nothing like that, but just like maybe like an Elmer's or something to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And that's just a little peeling from the glasses. I could pull that off, but yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks really good. I like the shape of it, the look of it on him. And then I'm gonna try this on also. His helmet. May need to slide that helmet on first and then slide those glasses down, or slide the glasses in there. And it's a pretty cool head sculpt or a helmet sculpt. Doesn't really look like there's a spot for the glasses to slide in there, but I don't see why not. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough to kind of work that out. Because once you have that helmet on, you're also gonna have that visor, so maybe they're just assuming we're just gonna choose one or the other. Maybe the visor is like a special medicated visor. You know what I mean? I don't want to ruin the glasses either. It's just small. It's like I had them and then I lost it. Come on now. I'm probably gonna leave them off for like most of this anyways. There we go. So you could leave it like that. Of course, the mic is just everywhere, but maybe they're just assuming since the visor's going down anyways, don't need it. But I mean, there's it. There it is with that though. But the helmet does fit a lot better without those there. So I'm going to depend on you on how you want to do it. Just be careful not to lose those glasses. So looking at our Short-Fuze, he looks pretty cool. You got this pretty good head sculpt here. The eyes look awesome. Also, just like Steeler, it's done really, really well. Like the lining around it, everything like that. You got a nice hairstyle. You got a little darker around the base part of it. Showing it's a little bit shorter. You've got this body here, pretty much like a stalker body. That plain on the front. Got the patches on the side. The little bands on the wrist. Got the gloves. The belt. Different harness. I do like this harness. You got those pants, the boots, little knife sheath, little pistol holder. Got them in there already. So pretty cool colors. Pretty nice figure. Again, the browns and the black and everything like that. I like it for breaking up all of those colors. It does look really awesome. And then we throw this little, well, we'll go through the articulation. So articulation wise, he also has just the ball pegs, not the hinge. So it only goes down about that far, goes up about that far. Got the joint at the base of the neck, so we can try to push that. Doesn't help too much. It goes back about that far. So not much at all. I feel like if I keep going forward, you start to see the neck lift out of there like it's going to pop off, which is going to be interesting because I think maybe we might be able to use that with like another type of figure that will also actually, no, if it's Steeler, then I don't think it's going to work. I was thinking about him on the Joe Trooper, like retro Joe Trooper, but if this is going to be the same thing as Stalker, then he would have a different ball peg. So I don't know that that's going to work. But yeah, you get that articulation there. T-pose, butterfly joints, upper bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hinge, rotation in the wrist, ab crunch. There's nothing here to block you, so it's back about that far, which is really nice. Goes forward all the way forward, which is great. I love that. Love that a lot. Ball waist. Drop down hips, leg goes forward, all the way forward. Goes back just slightly past neutral. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot cut, and then you got your hinge, pivot, and the ankle. That is it for his articulation, but it is really, really nice. I do like it a lot. Looks like he is also a lefty from his holster, so. And that pistol looks a little big for his hands. Guess we could plug something in there. Get that stored on him. And we've got the other rifles. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with it. We can put this on him. So what I did was take this part off the base of here, and then you can slide this onto the back. Then you can reconnect it underneath. You got the shovel that connects here to one of those pegs. I'm thinking another rifle can get stored on here using those pegs. Just got to kind of press it on there, I believe. Yeah, so got it on there. He is holding the submachine gun. Pretty sure you could use either one that you prefer. I think they'll both fit on there. This will turn out to be like really awesome because well, I knocked that shovel off, but he's holding pretty much everything. The mortar round is in the top there, so be careful you don't lose that if he falls over somewhere, you know? And he's got everything on him. And that is one of the most awesome things they could do. Check it out. And I got him on there holding the submachine gun as a righty, but that's just because of, I guess that's just because of me. Guess I should have him holding it with that left one since it's showing that he is a lefty. And that looks really cool. I am so glad that he can hold everything, but hopefully he balances being able to hold everything. I think I can. Yep, sure do. Yeah, so he's got everything on him. Knife, pistol, submachine gun. We got the long rifle. We've got the mortar. We got a shovel. Pretty cool. This is awesome. I really like that a lot. I think that says a lot, does a lot, you know. Same thing for him though. I wish we had more hands, and maybe another head sculpt. I think that would have added to the figure a lot. Maybe something where he can like open palm hands just a little bit. Looks like he's dropping the mortar in. I think that would have been cool. But I mean, he looks really awesome like this. I really like it a lot. Here is Steeler and Short-Fuze together, and they look great together. Part of me wonders if Short-Fuze should be like a little bit bigger. I mean, you're running around with mortars on your back like that, rifles, everything. Got to be some kind of jacked, right? But they look awesome together. So cool. Let's mess around with these guys a little bit more, at least Short-Fuze, because I didn't get a chance to mess with the mortar setup. So we'll take the pack off. Get the mortar off of his back. We'll unconnect the bottom here. Have this guy set up. Yeah, like how cool is that? I think that's pretty awesome. Looks good. Got it angled, dropping it in, firing the hole, bam. And just like the pack, I think they had a similar um, type image on the packaging, like on the back, like where like Steeler was kind of covering for Short-Fuze. I mean, they look great together, and we'll get some more of these guys out to see how they look with them. But yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I like that. So here is our Steeler and Short-Fuze next to the retro Joe Trooper, and pretty much the bicep area is about the same with the patch. Probably the arm all the way down, just the upper arm, but that's about it. He's got the retro, not the retro, but he's got the stalker body. And if you saw my retro Joe Trooper, a lot of it was actually more different than what I thought it was going to be. Same crotch piece, and the legs look very similar, but there's different grooves and stuff on there that throw it off, that show that it is different. So pretty much he's going to be Stalker. Our Steeler, I'm not quite sure. I can't really think off the top of my head of who it is. They might have a really good mixture of things going on. But you can see our retro uh, Joe Trooper is about the same height as them. Looks pretty good. We got the greens going on. And then you can just imagine a whole army of these guys following behind. Really, really cool. How cool is this? So we got our 10 out of the 13 OGs. So I feel like I'm missing someone. Like we should have 11. I don't know what it is. I'm not including Shooter. Um, I do think she should be part of it, but I do have her with my Night Force in that gear. We don't know if that's her gear that she would be wearing with them, but yeah, I would include her if maybe she was in like a different style suit. But right now, I include her with my Night Force stuff. So uh, they look awesome together. I kind of wish all the greens matched a little bit more, but as you go to the right, Gung Ho is in this more of the like animated look, which I love. I love that look. Very different. Stands out. You know, it's gung ho. We got this version of Snake Eyes. I don't have the retro one. The Commando version. I had the Mezco version for that one. So I never got the classified one. But kind of wish I had that one anyways. Even though I do really love the Mezco version of it. We got our Scarlet Stalker back there with that brighter green. I was going to use the other one in this, in this spot, the first release, to be a little bit darker of green. I think it would have matched a little bit better, but I think it looks good too. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. You got our Hawk there. Of course, we got General Hawk and already, and then we've got our Colonel Hawk there. We've got our Breaker. We do have the gray version of Breaker, but I put him in here with the green. Got our Rock and Roll, Stalker, our Grunt. I mean, they look good. It's pretty cool seeing them all together, and I can't wait to get the rest of them in there. I think they look really cool on the shelf together, but they look really good. All right. So overall, uh, I like these figures a lot. I think they look really cool, and I love that they can hold all of their accessories on them. Like that's really awesome. I don't care for the blast effects. I mentioned that earlier. I do wish we would have got more hands or another head sculpt, something with like some expression, but really mostly hands. I think would have been really cool, especially for Steeler. I mean, I got him here in this tank, but it'd be really nice if I could have him also giving hand commands from that cockpit. So pretty cool. Or I wish that would have had that would have been pretty cool to do that. But overall, they're both really awesome. I do like them, the look of them, the different greens on them, the sculpts on them look good. The accessories that they do come with, I think, are pretty nice. Um, and then just seeing them with the other, OGs, that was really awesome, and I can't wait to finish that little group out. I think that's going to be really nice. So yeah, I really like it. Um, they did come with, it came with quite a bit. Also, the different pistols, rifles, everything like that, especially our Short-Fuze. But Steelers got everything on him, but I think he could have just used just a little bit more. Again, hands would have been perfect for both of them, especially him. And we didn't really need the blast effects; they had space to do that. I would have chose if I would have had a choice. I would have chose the hands over the blast effects, um, or a head sculpt, like easy. Short-Fuze was really cool because I like that pack on his back, and I like the fact that it can hold everything on there. The shovel for him to like kind of bury the base of the mortar, help out with that sort of thing. But yeah, really cool. The rifle, everything fitting on him, he can hold that last little submachine gun, and then there's nothing left over. So really cool set. Glad to have this set. Can't wait to finish the team or that little side. I think a side quest. I'll call it a side quest. Um, but just overall, I had like a really fun time messing with these guys, and seeing them like this is really awesome. Um, this is pretty much where Steeler is going to stay. This is his home now, staying in that Ramen Tank. I do have a review of that on my channel. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. I got a couple versions of it. Um, this version, a tan version, and the bridge layer attachment. So if you haven't seen those and you're interested, like looking at this tank, wondering if that's for you, definitely check out those reviews and see if it is for you. But this is where my Steeler is going to be. Short-Fuze probably going in the display case. I would like to leave these two together. I think that would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Right for now, I think I might put them in the display case next to some of these other OGs. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. Hopefully, I showed you enough to help you out in deciding whether this set is for you, whether you need it right now, or whether you're going to wait till later, or help you decide something. Hopefully, I showed you what you needed to see. So that's going to be it, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.